Well, welcome to this open day for the Ecclesiology Master Classes. I'm excited that you could be here and that we can take some time to talk about the things that we see God doing through Ecclesiology Master Classes and the partnership able to develop over the past couple of years. I'm Dr. Michael Cooper. You all most likely know who I am since you've answered to this invitation, but grateful that you could join us. My background has been in missions for more than 30 years, where I've been a part of starting churches in the country of Romania and then training church planters all over the world. And it's just been one of the joys of my ministry career to be able to work with some of the most fantastic people on the planet. At least I think so. I'm quite biased to that. But I'm excited about a number of the folks that I've been able to work with, particularly in developing the degree programs that we've put together over the past couple of years. And some of those are this fine group of people who collectively bring more than 300 years of experience to our program, as well as just incredible amounts of experience in regards to their academic backgrounds, the languages that they speak. I'm amazed as I look at this group here on this slide, just the languages that are represented: Arabic, Czech, English, Hebrew, French, Hindi, Japanese, Korean, Romanian, and Spanish, just to name a few of the living languages, not to mention as the biblical languages as well. And so we're excited to be partnering with them in the development of these courses. We have 6 folks on our faculty that have PhDs, 4 with professional doctorates, and 6 with master's degrees. And they just bring a wealth of information and expertise in their particular areas to the things that we address in our various degree programs. 2 years ago, we set out to achieve something that we believed was achievable, and that was a seminary education that would meet these 3 criteria: that it would be affordable, accessible, and accredited. And over the past 2 years, we've been able to do that. We offer a seminary degree now in partnership with Kairos University that is most certainly affordable. Our subscription, unique subscription plan is only $300 a month, which delivers seminary level, graduate level education that is certainly accessible to those who will be missionaries and church planters. It's accessible as well. We've tested our platform all over the world. In fact, I was earlier this year in Nepal and in India, where we have complete access to our platform in those 2 countries. And so we're excited to be able to deliver education wherever people are. It's accessible in North America as well. And so a part of our accessibility is our value that we don't want you to be pulled out of ministry to come to seminary. We want you to do seminary where you are. And so through these degree programs, we're able to offer a platform that is accessible where you are. And then finally, it's accredited. In our partnership with Kairos University, we're accredited by the Association of Theological Schools, which would be perhaps the premier accrediting agency in the world for theological education. And not only that, we partner with other accredited seminaries in North America, like Knox Theological Seminary in Florida, but also in different parts of the world, like Arab Baptist Theological Seminary in Lebanon, Mission India Theological Seminary in Nagpur, India, Asia Graduate School of Theology in Nepal, as well as Nepal Ebenezer Bible College, both in Kathmandu. And so we're excited to be able to provide affordable, accessible, and accredited seminary level education for those who are preparing for missions as well as church planting. We offer 3 degrees at the Doctor of Ministry level, as well as the Master of Divinity and Master of Arts. Interestingly enough, the Association of Theological Schools has reported in March that seminary education is seeing an enrollment like it has never seen in its 123-year history. And a part of that is pastors going back to school to earn their Doctor of Ministry. And so we're excited to be able to offer a Doctor of Ministry degree. And we're trying to focus this degree on the areas where we see the greatest need. And that is in APES team development, and based off of Ephesians chapter 4, where Paul talks about the apostle, prophet, evangelist, shepherd, teacher. We're looking at helping those who are interested in movement dynamics and what a church planting movement or disciple making movement is, but really do a deep dive in the academic as well as the practical study of those. Missiological theology is an area that I'm particularly passionate about as we think about God's engagement of the world and how we join with him. We're interested in the practices of the ancient church as well. And what did it look like for the early church to engage culture, and what principles might we learn from the early church and employ in our engagement of culture? We're interested in spiritual formation, adaptive ecclesiology, and church planting, as well as church revitalization. And that's particularly important in the context of North America, as well as our interest in biblical justice and social justice. And so if you're interested in doing a deeper dive into the ministry issues that you might be engaging where you are, we'd love to have you become a part of our Doctor of Ministry program. We're launching a cohort, Lord willing, with 10 students this fall. We have, I think, at the moment, 9 applicants for that. Of course, we would be more than happy to have more than 10 students, but that would be something to keep in mind as you might be considering deepening your practical as well as theological understanding of various ministry issues where you are. Our Master of Divinity program is also focusing on the quality of APES leadership. We're committed to this because we see that if we are going to be successful in church planting, that the days of the solo pioneer church planter are nearing its end. And we're recognizing the value of a team of people coming together who are properly gifted to really sustain and build a movement in their communities. And so our Master of Divinity degree is focusing on that. We have a Master of Arts degree as well, one that is focusing on church planting. The data that we're seeing about North America is stunning. In 2018, the Pine Tops Foundation published a document that is suggesting we need to plant 8,000 churches annually just to keep up with population growth in North America. Currently, or at least over the past several years, the conventional wisdom has been that we've been planting about 4,000 churches, with 3,700 of those, not of those new church plants, but 3,700 churches in North America are closing. So we're only seeing a net of 300. In 2019, Lifeway Research actually published a study that suggested that we had a net loss for the first time that I'm aware of in U.S. history of negative 1,500 churches. So we're really going backwards in North America in the area of church planting. And we believe a part of the solution is equipping more church planters to engage effectively as a team in particular contexts. Again, not pulling them out of those contexts, but helping them by coming alongside to provide just-in-time training for their church planting efforts. And so we're excited about this particular focus in our Master of Arts degree that is very much movementally oriented as well as team-oriented as we focus on issues of adaptive ecclesiology and APES leadership. We also offer a general Master of Arts degree that can be tailored to what your needs are. And so we're happy to be able to provide that for those who are interested. And so if you're interested in the area of journalism or education, cultural engagement, public policy, whatever it might be, because of the nature in which we are able to provide theological education, we're able to tailor to your particular desires and interests that will best serve you academically, but also vocationally. And finally, we offer, in partnership with Mission India Theological Seminary, a degree that's focused on the majority world, a Master of Arts in Missiology of Movements. This was our original degree that we spent so much time in developing. And we're happy to continue to offer that degree as well as a part of the offerings of ecclesiology. One of the unique programs that we also offer is for the church, a program that we call Seminary at Your Church, where we're able to bring seminary level education to the local congregation. And we would be just more than delighted to talk with you about that. If you are in a place where you think that your particular church would benefit from having 5 or 10 others members of your church equipped for gospel engagement in your community. That program is focusing on 4 different certificates, and all of these certificates are leading to degrees if participants would want. We have a certificate in church planting, in movement studies, faith and culture, and biblical justice. And as I mentioned, all of these certificates lead to degrees at either Knox Theological Seminary, Mission India Theological Seminary, Kairos University, Nepal Ebenezer Bible College, as well as Arab Baptist Theological Seminary. So that kind of concludes what I wanted to present to you all in terms of what it is that we have developed and what we're excited about offering. And as we recognize the need to equip more and more missionaries and church planters to effectively engage the cultures where they are.